Michiganders work hard. The numbers prove it. Our unemployment rate is the lowest it's been in 23 years. $23, that's when Eminem dropped the real Slim Shady. More Michiganders are working too, as our labor force participation rate is continuing to tick up. To make life easier, we have delivered on policies that make a real difference. Safe roads, affordable housing, quality education, strong unions, and so much more. When Michigan families succeed, Michigan's economy thrives. And that's why it's time for paid family and medical leave. This issue is personal. When I had my first daughter, I was also caring for my mom, who was dying of brain cancer. I was sandwiched between them. That time in my life forged me, and it showed me the challenges that so many Michiganders live every single day. I had my first child during my first legislative term, and I was a scrapbooker, if you can't tell. I wanted to be a great mom and policymaker. But I had some advantages most people don't, like resources and a strong support network. Even with help, raising a child, caring for yourself, and juggling your work is hard. And that's why we need paid family and medical leave. It helps workers be there for their families. It gives you breathing room to get better when you're sick, to bond with your baby, or care for a family member. Right now, 77% of Michigan workers do not have access to paid family and medical leave. They deserve better. As governor, I was proud to establish 12 weeks of paid parental leave for all state employees. Nearly 3,500 people have used it to spend time with their newborns, forming lifelong bonds. While many large companies already offer this benefit, small businesses often cannot afford to. When we enact paid leave, it'll level the playing field and help small businesses attract and retain workers. It'll make a difference for people like Adam from Clinton Township. His employer offers 6 weeks of paternal leave, but Adam's wife does not receive any maternal leave. She was forced to use short-term disability to spend time with their newborn. They deserve better. Surveys show paid leave is one of the top 3 policies that people prioritize when deciding where to relocate. A majority of adults who plan to move in the next 2 years would be more likely to go somewhere with it. This is a priority for all workers, but it's especially true for women. Women who make up half our workforce and often bear the brunt of caretaking responsibilities. So many of us have points in our lives when we have a baby or an aging parent or a sick spouse, sometimes 2 of those things at once. But not all of us have access to paid family and medical leave, and we deserve better. No one should have to choose between being there for their family and a paycheck. Paid family and medical leave is a pro-family, pro-small business policy that will grow our state and its economy. So let's get this done too. Moving on, we all know that growing the economy depends on our ability to deliver for workers, businesses, and communities. There is no either or, it is always and both. So let's talk about another challenge that is vital to unleashing our economic potential: permitting. I hear from business leaders, especially folks in other states, about how no state has gotten permitting quite right yet. Michigan should be the first. This is a bipartisan priority, and I know we can get it done. We are living through a manufacturing boom, the likes of which we have not seen since the 1960s. Construction spending by American manufacturers more than doubled over the last year. We're building a heck of a lot the right way, but we need to pick up the pace, to build more, faster, and harness the full power of our economic development toolkit, let's streamline our permitting process for advanced manufacturing, infrastructure, housing, and more. Over the years, I've issued some executive directives to improve our permitting processes, but we need legislation to make long overdue strides. Let's compete with other states and nations to bring jobs and businesses back home, to build Michigan up and to build the future here in Michigan.